What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the winter season in Forza Horizon 4. So today we're going to be picking back up in the winter festival playlist, and there's a certain reason that we're in our Acura Integra Type R right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the festival playlist, and today we're going to be taking on the dirt cheap seasonal championship. So it is a dirt racing event or championship again, unfortunately. You can see the car restrictions are C-Class, and they have to be reasonably priced cars. And you may be asking to yourself, what is reasonably priced? Because that is a very subjective opinion to me at least. But the game, I believe, depicts reasonably priced as $25,000 or less. So I've got cars set up. You've already seen one of them being the Acura Integra. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over here and start this seasonal event and, get cracking. All right, so let's see what we got. We got circuit and 2 sprints. So not bad. All right, so like I said, we're using the Acura Integra. Do you want me to show you the other ones? Let's keep it a surprise. They're not like anything special, but we'll keep it a surprise. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Integra and start the first event. Alright, so the first event is the Bamberg Pinewood Trail. Anytime you're doing these seasonal championships, you want to make sure you go into difficulty bonus CR right here. Make sure that your difficulty setting for your drivatar is set to at least highly skilled. So you have to race against at least highly skilled drivatars in all 3 of the races to get 3 stars and the car, essentially, as the reward. So you can race against expert or pro or unbeatable if you want to, but they have to be at least highly skilled. So just make sure you have that done, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So here we go in our Integra. This is a front-wheel drive Integra, so the other 2 cars are going to be all-wheel drive. This one is front-wheel drive, so we'll see how this handles. There's a tune on it, and that share code will be on the screen now if you want to check it out. I believe this is the paint job from the original Need for Speed. Well, I shouldn't say original Need for Speed. I think it's Need for Speed Underground, I believe. I could be mistaken. I need to, I'll put a picture of it up if it, is. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and the other 2 cars that I picked are, I'm not going to say ricey cars, but because they're not. They can be tastefully done. One of them is a wide body right now, and the other one is a pretty famous car from the movies. So let me know down in the comments below what you think at least one of the other 2 cars is. Like I said, the game depicts them as under $25,000 is what they cost to the game. These cars, would probably cost more right now in, real life than $25,000. But let me know down below what you think they are. And then, comment again under that and tell me if you were correct with your guess. So we're up to 35%. The front wheel drive is doing pretty well. I mean, obviously we don't have a ton of horsepower because we're in C-Class, so we don't have to really worry too much about, wheel spin and having too much horsepower. This is a very good tune, so far I'm impressed by this car. And if you've got this 2001 Acura Integra Type R in your garage, which I'm assuming a lot of people are going to, because I'm pretty sure I got it through a wheel spin, and I'm pretty sure it's a fairly common car. Definitely worth checking out. The other 2 cars, again, they're all-wheel drive, so they may be a little better for the dirt aspect of, these races. But if you wanted to use the, this Integra, it's working out pretty well. And the nice thing about this is all of these cars are less than $25,000, so if you don't have them, you could buy them pretty cheap from the auction or the auto show, and probably even cheaper, even with a tune from the auction house. So we're 72% through at this point, though. We're making progress. This car is really nice. I might keep this as just a C-Class car to use in the future. It's nice and quick. you know, all-wheel drive sometimes adds some weight and keeps your speed from being so high. Obviously, it gives you a little more of a, you know, acceleration bonus, but this thing is handling even this dirt stuff, you know, dirt terrain, dirt stuff, really well. So I'm thoroughly impressed from this tune. Again, if this is the car that you have, definitely a good tune to use. Because we like demolished the Drivatars in that. So there we go. Cross the line. Race number 1 is completed. We're gonna go ahead and jump into race number 2, and we'll jump into the wide body car next because I'm curious to see how it's going to do. All right, here we go in the Mud Kickers 4x4 Scramble. So we're using a wide body 240 SX. So not something you would typically, you know, think about as a dirt series or a rally car. And it's like, when I saw that there was a tune for it, I was like, man, we'll see. But we'll see how it does. The share code for the tune will be up on the screen now. This is kind of something that I hope that they, you know, kind of do something about in Forza Horizon 5. I don't like that I can just bring any kind of car, like, into different events. But, I mean, obviously some are going to do better than the others. We're going to, you know, California State Patrol traffic block there. We're going to rolling roadblock. But I feel like this, I mean, this should just have way more issues going around this track. I shouldn't be in second place, but nonetheless, it's doing all right. I'm more excited about the last car, and, you know, but this is, you know, just kind of another famous car. It's been in a lot of video games. It's more known for drifting than it is for rallying, for sure. We need to get on that brake. But the last car is our movie car, and it's the one I'm probably the most excited about, just because, you know, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And I'll go ahead and give you another hint, and I would like you to put the, you know, another comment down below if you have another guess. The movie is Fast and Furious. The Fast and Furious, not Fast and Furious. Because The Fast and Furious is different than Fast and Furious. So the next car that we use is from The Fast and the Furious. So put another guess down below if you put, you know, one down already. And let me know what you think the next car is going to be. But I grew up watching this movie. The new Fast and Furious movies, like, are kind of, you know, out there as far as, you know, being realistic, I guess. I haven't seen the new one. I haven't really seen, I think, the newest 2 or 3 even, so I just lost interest in them. I think it was, I don't remember what actual, like, number it was. It was whenever they were doing the, they were running something through the caves between Mexico and the United States or Texas or something, and I just remember watching the scene where they were driving the cars through the caves and just being like, that's, you know, not real. And I don't know, I felt a lot more disconnected from the movies after that, and I really didn't have an urge to see them. They're still fun movies to watch, don't get me wrong, but, like, I saw that and I was just kind of put off a little bit. But I grew up watching the Fast and Furious. I occasionally go back and watch them now, and, you know, they're like, the really old ones are like really corny, and especially when you look at car culture and what it used to be and what it is now, like how much has changed in like 20 years. It's crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into that last race. Make sure your comments are down below before we do that, and let's go ahead and jump into that last race in that last car. All right, here we go. Did you guess the Eclipse? If you guessed the Eclipse, kudos to you. Again, it looks a little funny. We have the paint job, but not the body kit because, well, one, this is a rally-esque kind of event, and that was more of a street racing setup, so But the tune doesn't allow for that because it's a pre-made tune, and the share code for that will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. This is probably going to be my favorite, quite honestly. It's the fastest stat-wise that we've used today, or on this event, so definitely worth checking out. And the bonus of this is this car is free on the auto show. If you don't have the Mitsubishi DLC pack, make sure you download that from either the Xbox store or the Steam store, but it is a free DLC pack, and the bonus of that is it actually gives you these cars for free. You just have to go into the auto show and, you know, click on them, and the price should say free unless you've already claimed it. If you've already claimed it, you're going to have to pay, but I'm assuming that it's under $25,000 if, you know, it's free initially, so. But definitely a cool car. You know, I grew up, this was like literally the car that I wanted when I turned 16, or when I was younger. This is the car that I wanted, you know, to start driving when I turned 16. That changed as I got older, you know. Again, it was the whole thing of like the car culture had changed a lot, and I still would have loved to have one of these, you know, not like super duper kitted out as far as like, you know, body mods or anything. I would rather just have a stock one of these GSXs because they're all-wheel drive, and, you know, be able to throw a little bit of performance parts but keep it looking stock on the outside, you know, not got it up with like the paint jobs and all that other stuff. But just such a cool car, and I just remember being so young and playing, you know, the Need for Speed games were like, or the Need for Speed Underground games were like huge when I was younger too. And I just remember staying up one night at my grandparents' and literally playing through Need for Speed Underground. I like restarted it, and I literally played through it all in one night. And I just remember like my grandma like putting me, or like going to bed at like, you know, 8 o'clock because, you know, older people. And then waking up at like 6 in the morning and me still being up, and she just walking into the room just like baffled that I was still awake. But I had like no concept of time. I was just sucked into that game so much. It was just so much fun. And I really wish that they would remake Underground, and especially Underground 2. I wish they would do a remake of those. And Most Wanted. Most Wanted was probably my, well, the older Most Wanted, the 2005 or whatever it is, not like the newer one. Was probably my favorite Need for Speed game. I don't know why, I just had a lot more fun with that than any of the other ones. But there we go, Dirt Cheap completed. It's probably a sin to like talk about Need for Speed while we're playing Forza, but there we go. We got all 3 stars because we raced against the highly skilled drivatars, and then we unlock the Mercedes Benz 300 SLR and 40,000 credits for getting the, you know, the other 2 stars as a bonus. And there we go. So that's where we'll end this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did or found the video helpful, definitely leave a like. Definitely get subscribed if you want to see future Forza Horizon 4 content. Every Thursday I go through the new festival playlist and put a new video, or put videos out on all the events. So if you want to stay tuned for that, definitely get subscribed. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I had a lot of fun playing through with some of these, you know, older tuner cars. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.